Now that we know how to look at the symbology of our vector data layers and change these to how we want, we're going to take a look at changing the symbology of our raster layers. So let's toggle off the vector data layers and just have a look at our two rasters, land cover and elevation. We can tell that these are rasters because if we zoom in on them in our map frame, we can see that they're layers made up of lots of different pixels of different colours. So it's the same for the elevation layer as well. We just need to zoom in a bit further to see the different pixels, as the pixels in this layer are a bit smaller. And now we'll take a look at changing the symbology for this elevation layer. So stay with the elevation layer toggled on. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click on the layer and click zoom to layer so we can see the full extent of the elevation raster. And now looking in our layers list, we can see that for this layer we have a black box for 0 and a white box for 1386. So this is a continuous raster layer, as we have elevation going from 0 to 1386 meters. And so each pixel is representing a value within this range. This means that white is representing the highest elevation in our landscape, which is 1386 meters, and black is representing the lowest, 0 meters. So all the elevation heights we have in our landscape are being represented on a scale of black to white. Now let's open up the Symbology tab just by double-clicking on our layer. So the Symbology tab for raster layers looks slightly different. In the top drop-down box though, we can still choose the type of symbology that we want to represent our layer, and at the moment we have a single band grey. This is what's giving our black to white colour ramp. Let's change this to single band pseudo colour to have more colour options. So now to change the colour, we can go into the colour ramp drop-down box. And we can see we have some colour options here, but we're going to hover over all colour ramps to get even more options. And then we're going to click on BRBG. And now if we hit apply, this is going to apply this colour ramp to our layer. And actually this has given us the inverse of what we want, because we want the bluey colour to be the lowest elevation and the orangey brown to be the highest. So to change it, we're going to click on the drop down box in the colour ramp section and click on invert colour ramp and hit apply. And there we go, that's what we want. So now we have a symbology that's representing elevation much better, and it's a lot more clear what this raster layer is representing. So now we're going to take a look at our land cover layer. So we can toggle off the elevation and turn on land cover. And this land cover layer is a discrete raster, and that's because we have 9 categories of different land cover types. And so each pixel is representing one of these discrete categories. So let's go into the symbology window again by double clicking and going into the symbology tab. And we need to go in this render type drop down box again. So at the moment we have a single band grey symbology, but this isn't representing our discrete raster very well. So we're going to change this to unique values. We can leave our colour ramp as random colours, as we're going to choose which colours we want for each pixel category. And now we're going to click on the plus button here to add some pixel categories. So we're going to click 9 times to add our 9 different land cover types. So you can see them here, and now we can start changing each colour to represent what land cover type it is. So for the first category, 0, this is representing where there's no data. So we can change the colour to be no colour just by double clicking on the colour. And we'll just change the opacity to 0%, and click OK. And so now we've got a completely transparent color. And in label, we can change this by double clicking, and we'll change it to say no data. We'll hit apply and OK. And now if we look back in our layers list and just open up the arrow to see our land cover symbology, we can see that the first category is no color, and it's got a label to tell us that this is representing where there's no data. Now have a go at changing the rest of the pixel colors and labels. All the information that you're going to need will be below this video.